It's something wrong with the freezer. Unfortunately, the refrigerator is not working. Hello, welcome to our troubleshoot video that is different than our usual videos that are about building our own home. This time we are having problems with our Norcold N611 dual power refrigerator that is 20 years old. In this case, our on light is flashing 5 times. If you are looking at the instructions, we must do a master reset. If you don't know how and you need it, I'm going to walk you through these steps, plus check the temperature sensor and main board. Back to the freezer, I'm gonna measure the temperature inside. And it's showing this 53 degrees. My frozen stuff show 56, which is not good. Okay, something wrong with the freezer. I'm gonna do the refrigerator side. And the elements show 57. Okay, I'm outside by the refrigerator because it's still cold. We have it covered, but not totally, to keep the cold air out. I'm gonna remove my plastic, and then I'm gonna remove the caps. Because I already done it, I didn't have to undo the cover. This cover is here normally, but because we've done it many times, I just keep it like this. And I'm ready. I have my tool on. This is a piece of wire because I need the 2 needle points. I need a long enough wire to be able to touch the ground, and the slot I need to reset the refrigerator for. I'm gonna put one side on the ground, and then the second side I'm going to put it in the second from the top slot. I'm gonna have a description in the video right here, somewhere right here. And I'm gonna leave it in for like 10 to 15 seconds till I hear a click. What you do actually first, you have to turn off the refrigerator and then back on. If you have it on gas, you'll do the same. Mine is on electric right now, but I can have it on the gas also. If you have it in the gas, you're gonna hear 3 clicks. You're gonna hear click, click, click. That means it's reactivated. If it's on electric, you're only going to hear 1 single click. You have to pay attention for the click, and that should be it. I'm gonna touch the ground first, and then I'm gonna put it in the slot I need to put it into. The ground, it's right there on the back of the refrigerator. It's gonna have a little green wire. I'm gonna show you later on. And then put it on the second from the top slot. And I'm gonna be quiet to hear the click. Usually I count up to 15, but by the number 8 I can hear a faint click. Pay attention. I don't think you can hear the click, but I did. And now I'll leave everything back on. I'm gonna make sure that everything I'm touching with one hand. Everything is where it's supposed to. Okay, everything looks good. I'm gonna leave everything the way it is. I'm not playing with this, and I'm putting my cover back on. And now it's a wait and see if the refrigerator works or not. And usually it does. If after this everything goes back to normal, then you don't have to worry. But in my case, we had to do a little more because the refrigerator was stubborn. And I had to do more checkups. Unfortunately, the refrigerator is not working. I tried to reset it a few times, but it's still not working. It's blinking on and off, and then works for a little while. I'm going to measure the temperature sensor to see if it's a good sensor or not. I know I changed the sensor last year in January, which is roughly 14 months ago. Maybe that's the problem again. For that, I'm gonna check the temperature sensor, which is right here. I'm just gonna pull it out, and this sensor is clipped here on the light sensor. Half is for the light sensor, half is for the temperature sensor. I'm gonna unclip here and pull it out. I need 2 hands for that. I'm not gonna be able to do it with 1 hand. But you understand, I'm just gonna open the clip and pry it apart and then remove the sensor from the refrigerator. Okay, I removed the sensor from the freezing element. I unclip it, and now I have to take out these 2 prongs, the red prongs. Those are for the light sensors. I'm gonna remove these 2 sensors too. I removed the sensor from the refrigerator and I plugged my multimeter. It's on the ohms. And I plugged into the sensor's terminals. It's not for the light, the other 2. It's for the terminals on the sensor. And I have it in my palm of my hand, which I'm about 87 degrees. And this is what it should read for 80 something degrees, like 8.5. Now I have a cup of water, which is 36 degrees. And I'm gonna drop the sensor in the cup of water. Okay, now it's in the water cup with the ice, which is at 37 degrees. The prongs are on the sensor side. Same thing on ohms, and it's 27. That means we have a good sensor. The problem is something else in our refrigerator. I'm gonna restart it again. I'm gonna put up the temperature chart, but at 37 should be about 24 if I'm not wrong, which 27 is good. I placed everything back, the sensor to the light and to the back of the refrigerator. Now I'm gonna do the reset outside. After the click, I put everything back together and head back in a camper to see how we're doing. The flash is off, it's not flashing anymore. I'm gonna test to see the temperature if it starts to go down inside of the refrigerator, the freezer actually. And it's looking like it's going down. It's alternating between 55.9 and 4.7. I don't know if I'm measuring. Now it's 56.1, 56.3. I don't know. Looks like it's climbing instead of going down. I'll check out later. Looks like it's going down, but I'm not happy yet. I am back at the control board. Something is not right. I can't fix more than what I did, but previously just connecting to the ground and the number 2 slot right there, it worked. What else I did, I unplugged here and had it reset, but now it's working on the LP gas. I started it and looks like it's working. You guys have to try everything. Sometimes the solenoid is getting clogged, sometimes the wires have problems, but I think that's the least of the problems you can have. It may be the control board problem. These are warm, that means it's working. I still have to troubleshoot. The updates on the refrigerator turn out that you should never give up on this refrigerator. I was almost thinking that I need new parts for it, but check it out. It's minus 9 degrees right now, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, it's working. And even into the fridge. The fridge is at 41 right now. Oh no, it's going down actually. It's 29.25. Alright, it's between 25, depends where I'm pointing my gun at, which is a good thing. I have already purchased the sensor for the temperature and a new board, but turned out that I don't need to use it. Okay, now because I have the board in my face and it's clear of the refrigerator, this is the new board. I'm going to point out, because it's easier, you don't want to use this port, you want to use the second port from the top. This is the one you want to reset. You'll have to put your needle point in this slot, okay? This one, the second from the top. And then the other side, you're gonna put it where is the green ground thing on the refrigerator. I'm gonna have a picture for that too. Okay, this is the board, and this is the old board. You have to look for the board for the year you have the refrigerator. Mine it's before 2009, I believe. That's the thing I had to look for, because the codes are changing, are not gonna be the same with the ones you have on your refrigerator. All I did, I push everything around. I made sure that nothing is disconnected, and I believe from the vibrations you can hear, you know, those vibrations can make the contacts go bad. And what I did, I start messing around with it, and then I press this one, which I believe is the solenoid. I'm not sure, maybe if you guys know better you can correct me. I made sure these are really plugged, and after that the refrigerator worked. Then I'm not gonna mess around with the board, I'm not gonna change the board, but the reset worked. Top, second from the left, and that green thing over there, the little one over there. Turned out that I made the refrigerator work just by wiggling around things. I was about to give up on it, and it worked. All I did was to mess around a little bit with the refrigerator, made sure that everything gets pushed in the right place, and now the refrigerator works. I don't have to change the board or the sensor. As you've seen, I tested the sensor, and the sensor is working, then I don't need to change that. Previously I had to, because the sensor was bad, but now everything works. If you think this was helpful, please give us a thumbs up, and I hope it's gonna work for your fridge too. For us, we are on and off working with the refrigerator for close to 2 years. Well, a year and 8 months, let's say. But so far, it works. Probably it was some vibration going, and I didn't check that previously, and maybe now it's gonna work. I thought it was the sensor with the different occasion, which I changed, but we have a working refrigerator. Don't forget to give us thumbs up, and I hope it's working for you guys.